How's it going, guys? I spent forever assembling this Halo 5 armor set tier list. You can use this yourself, links in the description, make your own, make videos, make sure you tweet me, whatever you decide yourself. I got most of these assets from Halopedia, so big shout out to Halopedia, and I just kind of put them, assembled them in these square dimensions. And then I reached out to my friend Xander to fill any holes I still had. That's what she said. And he went into Unity and custom made some of these assets. You'll know the ones. They look great. I wanted to do it with all of them, but it would have taken forever. It already took forever to do this. So without further ado, I'm going to rank all of the armor sets in Halo 5. Now, I'm not covering the variations of these armor sets. I just mean the basic armor, save for like 2 that have interesting variations that I'm going to include. I'm not including the Mark 6 Scarred. It's a pretty cool armor set, but it's a little too similar. It's just whatever. I'm just not including it. So as is typical, we have S, A, B, C, D, and F. Yes, some of these are major fails. I'm also taking into account the bodies of these armors, because some of these, their bodies are so cool that it's worth bumping them up a tad. It's not just helmets. Where do I even start? I guess we can just start going in order here. Achilles. Now, I still don't have Achilles. It's my last helmet I need. We're so close. My Spartan company's so close. I hope we can do it before Infinite. That'd be upsetting if we didn't, but let's, it's a cool armor set. S tier? No. I do love the look of it. I do like the body armor of it. I'm going to give it A. I'm going to put it A tier. I think S tier, we'll see what I think S tier is. I don't think this is like, oh man, I gotta have Achilles in every Halo game from here on out. Not that good, but it is a very nice armor set. I do like it. It's unique. It's grounded enough. Air Assault. Air Assault, it's so boring to me. And we've had armors like this in the past that are much cooler than Air Assault. Air Assault, honestly, it's one of the most generic armor sets on here, but I don't hate it. It's not ugly. I'm gonna give it a C. C's get degrees. It's a passing grade, so good work, Air Assault. Anubis is cool. I remember it was actually one of the first ones, if not the very first rec pack I ever opened in New York. I was at a special Halo 5 event. I don't know if you guys remember those videos, and that was very exciting. Everyone's like, oh, look at this. This is a totally new armor set. Super cool. Lethbridge Industrial, big fan of that. But it's unique. I can't decide on this one. It's cool. I could live without it. I'll give points for creativity while not being obnoxious. I'm gonna give this a B. Argonaut. Oh, this is not an attractive armor set. This is bad. I'll pull this up right here. This is like even the body, not very interesting. No, this is you get a D, Argonaut. Argus, Linda. This gets a high mark solely because of its use with Linda. She bumps it up for sure. It's kind of an ugly armor set though. I can't give this an A. But I think it's better than a C. I think it's maybe not. I don't know. This is a tough one. Again, because I just I'll always associate it with the lore of it. So that makes me want to rank it higher. But it's not pretty by any means. But I do think there is room for unique armor. Without at least a couple uglier armors, there is no pretty. You need ugly to have beautiful. And this one, there's uglier armor out there, and it's unique. I think for that reason, I'm going to give it a B. Athlon. I feel like there's a lot of Athlon haters out there. I actually quite like Athlon. It's very grounded. You'll hear me use that word a lot. I love grounded armors. I love armors that seem realistic, that they could exist in the real world. This one's very football armory, and obviously there was that kind of a version of it-ish in Halo 4. All the early teases for Halo 5 had this. I like it. I like Athlon. I think it fits in the overall set. Like, say we were to whittle these down to only 10, 20 armors. I kind of want Athlon in there, to be honest. I think it's unique enough and it fits the vibe enough to work. I'm going to give Athlon an A. I like Athlon. Atlas. Atlas. Atlas, Atlas, Atlas. Let me pull up Atlas here. Where's Atlas? Atlas. Boom. Okay. I do like that Atlas has the orange. I think the orange is really, really cool on it. I think it's unique. The body armor, same. I kind of like the design. It's kind of neat. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. There's a lot of like this that are just like half the helmet's a visor, which can be cool with like EVA, but it's been done, right? It's just like, how can we make another one that has half of head of visor? I'm getting it. C's get degrees. You're getting the C, buddy. Honestly, I'm putting you to a D. I'm lowering it. I'm lowering it. It's not unique enough. I don't want to see it again. There's too much like it. You're getting a D from me. All right, Aviator. That's what she said. Aviator. Aviators. Meh. Again, this is one that is also feels pretty grounded. It's almost like a paintball helmet or something. This is a tough one. This is a real tough one to rank. I'm gonna put Aviator C or D. It's not higher than that for me. I'm gonna put it as C. I think it's all right. Breaker. This one's controversial. I like Breaker. It kind of has this wraparound head thing here. I think my image for Breaker. Yeah, we had a very early look at Breaker. One of the first assets released for Halo 5. It's different. I like the front profile. I don't really like the wraparound visor on the side. It's kind of weird. It's got like a handle, but I think it's unique enough that I like that about it. And it's certainly not something I hate. I'm gonna give Breaker a C. Buccaneer is merely an EVA clone, but it kind of has cool body armor. I like that it's very thick body armor. THICC, thick. I think just because it's another EVA clone, you're getting a C, Buccaneer. Centurion. Love Centurion. Love this armor. Obviously, Fred. Who don't love Fred? Let's pull this bad boy up. Look at that. That is some nice armor. Obviously, the body of it's gorgeous. This is a winner for me. Centurion, I almost want to put this in S tier because I like it so much. We'll put it in A for now, and when I see what the overall thing looks like, I'll decide if I want to make it S. Because I would love to have Centurion again, and I think that's a very good metric for S tier, right? Something that like, oh, please bring it back always. It straddles the line for sure. Centurion is a maybe. We might bump that up. Okay, so here's one of the examples of something I included 2 of, and I decided just not to go back on it. We have Challenger. Now, Challenger, so I'm going to do both of these. Challenger is also Protector, and I did both, and I'm just too lazy to go back, so I included them. So, and actually, I had ranked these differently. I don't think Protector is particularly ugly. Let's pull up Protector. Challenger. So, this version of Protector makes it that much cooler. The HCS branding, I think it's cool to have something like that, to have some outside logos. Some people disagree with me. Some people want to keep Halo more core to its lore. But if you think of Halo 5 like a war game simulation, I think it's a really neat idea. It's the first we saw of these outside assets, and I think they did it pretty tastefully. I think it's pretty damn cool. So because of that, I don't necessarily like the general look. So I'd put Protector lower. Maybe like a... Maybe like a C. Maybe like a D. I'm going to Protector at D. But I'll put Challenger at C. I think it looks all right. Again, I don't particularly love the armor, but I love the assets on it. I think it's pretty cool. Cinder. Cinder is kind of ugly. And by kind of, I mean very. Here's Cinder. That's a D for me, buddy. CIO. CIO is fun. This also existed. Can you hear that? That was my cat. Stop making noise, cat. CIO existed in Halo 4. It's kind of fun, the three-eyed raven thing going on. Here's CIO. It's a small image there. Holding the plasma pistol. See, I don't hate it. Again, I like to have some of these weirder, small little eyeball thing ones just to make the other ones seem a little more interesting. They don't all have to be all visor. But I don't love it. I don't think it's even worth a B. It's going to C for me. Commando. Commando is tough. I think the overall look of it is very grounded-ish. Or at least it's, consistent. It's bulky. It's square. I like that among the other armor sets. This is the toughest video I've ever made in my life. Let's put Commando... and put it on a B, honestly. I think Commando's all right. I think it's all right. I think it's okay. Copperhead. Copperhead, again, here's another one that where it's hard for me to not think of it. Cat, I swear, you're making so much noise over there. Look at dem hips. It's very round. It's very sleek. It's very different. It stands out. Veil is super cool. I'm actually gonna give Copperhead a B. I think Copperhead's kind of cool. CQB. Now here we go. If you don't put CQB in S class, you are wrong. Need I say more? CQB's existed since Halo 3. It was one of the coolest ones ever. It looks like one of the, not the Clone Troopers helmets. Lovely. Cyclops. Sweet Moses, this is an F. This is an F. This is bad. This is bad. That's an F for me, dog. Cypher. So I don't even remember this one. I don't remember this one. It's not interesting in any way to me. Cypher, I'm giving you an F. I think I'm giving you an F. I'm putting you with Cyclops down there. That's not fun. Deadeye. Deadeye is weird. I don't hate it. It's not an F. Let's pull up Deadeye. Deadeye. Don't love it. Deadeye, you're getting a D. Decimator. Decimator's wacky. Because I love the the idea. The body's very cool. It's very like Noble Sixy, but like with weird eyeball bump things. I think it's okay. It's very Spartan, so I can get behind that. So I'm gonna give Decimator a B. Defender. Okay, Duquesne, I'm sorry about this one. Duquesne loves this helmet. I know some people that swear by Defender. I can't unsee a guy going like this. I'm sorry if I just ruined this armor set for you. That's what it is. It's awful. This armor set is awful. But it's not that bad. You're gonna get a D. Dynast. This is like the Dynast? The roundest armor set in history. Very round, very rotund. It's kind of fun for that. It kind of looks like Doom Guy. And for that, I give it props. It's very, like, if you want to be Doom Guy in Halo, you wear this armor set and, like, make it all work. I'm actually going to give Dynast a C. Maybe a lot of C's, I think. C's get degrees. They're passing. Enforcer. Here's another one that I feel like a bunch of people do have an attachment to. It's used a lot in a bunch of different assets. I think it's realistic. It makes sense. It looks like it's all right. I'm gonna give it a B. I'm gonna give it a B. Engineer. Now, I actually quite like Engineer, but I may just be, it's nostalgia. This is Minolta's armor in Halo 4. Whenever we did videos together, he would always rock Engineer, and I'd rock War Master. And so, like, I used to look at this armor a lot, and I got very much used to it. I like it. I think it's, of all the weirder armors, it's pretty cool. I'm just trying to think in line of what fits among the other selections of mine. So I'm going to give Engineer a B. EOD, here's another one. So personally, I at least used to think that among the Halo 3 armor sets, EOD was the ugliest of all the, you know, people might not agree, people might say that was security, etc. I never liked EOD. It looks like a Bionicle to me. It's grown on me, and I know there's a ton of EOD fans. No matter what I say about it, it still deserves a spot at the big kids table. S. EVA Gen 1, very important. This is EVA. Halo 3, very cool helmet. S. Now we got normal EVA, which is kind of the new remake. Not as much of a fan. It kind of looks cool on different angles. I'll give it that. And I want to rank it high because of that. But you know, the problem is we have so many of these EVA helmets. We got if we have EVA Gen 1, we have this EVA. I do want to give it a high rank though, because I do think it's pretty cool. So I'm actually going to give this one an A. Fenrir, pretty ugly. This is a pretty ugly helmet. This is another, whatever it is about Halo 5 helmets, there's a lot of ones that make you look like Johnny Bravo. This is kind of one of those. Fenrir, you are ugly. You are getting an F from me. Foehammer, I like the idea. I like the idea of Foehammer. I like the name of Foehammer, obviously. Rest in peace. Everybody press type F in comments to pay your respects for Foehammer. If it was a little less tall and a little less like sticky outy here, I'd probably like it, because I like it's very like, you know, you're like an engineer or something. But it is pretty ugly. The idea is there, the execution is not there. That's a D from me. Fotis. Fotis is fun. This is a legendary armor set. You got your big spike. It's the only one on here that I had to make it go up into the letters. I like Fotis. But that being said, it's not S tier. It's A. It's just fun. That's just a fun helmet that is very unique. Freebooter. Freebooter is another one, another EVA lookalike ripoff. I am not about my EVA ripoffs. There's a lot of them. It's just a way uglier EVA. My son, you're going down to F. Goblin. Ooh, Goblin's a weird one. Goblin. Here's Goblin. Should really zoom in on some of these. Blech. Blech. It's kind of a low quality render here. The concept of having a physical object intersecting in the middle of the visor is pretty cool. And I do like the look of that. But this one, we could live without this one. This one's getting a D. Gungner. Ginge. Don't know how to say this one. Never have. This is obviously a by name and idea, a remake of the armor of the same name from Reach, which was more of the lunchbox style. And this one's rounded version of that. I like that there are some armors without visors. It adds to the variety. For that, I will give it props. I'm actually gonna put this one relatively high up, because I think it's valuable. Armor like this is good to have. It's nice in the overall scheme of things. I'm giving this a B. Helioscrill. Helioscrill is dope, especially since we don't have playable elites. F in chat. F in comments for playable elites. Helioskrill's dope. The body armor for Helioscrill is really, really, really dope. Like, come on, dude. This is awesome. This is awesome. I love this. Oh, it looks so good, especially with your melee. You see it on your arms. It's so sick. Yeah. Helioscrill, dude. Helioscrill, you get an S from me, baby. First one that's of a new armor set that gets first. Hellcat. Hellcat's rough. Hellcat, the helmet's awful. It's god-awful. But the body armor is one of my favorites in Halo 5. If you've never used the Hellcat body armor, I recommend putting on your favorite helmet and trying the Hellcat body armor. It's very low profile and just like chest heavy. It's cool looking. It's really cool. It feels very real. There's very, I can't speak today. Feels very sci-fi. I'm about it. So the body armor brings it up. The helmet brings it down. Giving it a B. Yeah, I like the body armor enough. I would give it a C or a D otherwise. I like it enough to give it a B because the body armor's sweet. Hell Jumper, oh, you know we're getting an S for this. Even though the new ODST helmet is not what I want necessarily, I would be happy with 20 different varieties of ODST helmets. ODST it's always an S tier from me. Maybe not. We'll see. Hermes. Hermes is another EVA knockoff. I don't particularly like it. It looks exactly like EVA. Wait, it is EVA, isn't it? Is this one of the ones that's another EVA ripoff? I'm gonna check my facts here. I'm pretty sure this is just EVA. Am I wrong? No, it mustn't be. It looks that close. We're gonna find out after I make this video, but I think that's a concern. Oh, it is. No, is it? It's not. It's very, very close. Look at these. These are like the same thing. They're so close. I'm not a huge fan. I think it's too weird. I think EVA starts going that direction. It's like the evolution. It's like Hermes is like level 3 evolved EVA. Hermes, you're not very pretty. I'm gonna have Hermes a C. Hunter, Spartan Lock. What more can I say there? That's cool in itself. I actually quite like the look of Hunter. I think it's pretty neat. You got the little thingies on the shoulders, which are fun. It's unique enough. It's a weird rounded top. I mean, it's not a gorgeous armor set by any means, but I don't think it's ugly. And it has such, the lore connotations. Makes me bump it up a rank. I'm actually going to give Hunter an A. Icarus. This came out quite a bit later. I like Icarus. I like security, like back from Halo 3, and then obviously moving forward. I love the big visor. This one just looks like a fighter pilot helmet. The body armor is kind of cool. I like the different black elements on it. I'm actually going to give Icarus a fairly high grade. I'm going to give Icarus a B. Indomitable. Uber Nick, you're welcome for this. Uber Nick loves this armor. It's Jorge. It's Jorge. Who doesn't love Jorge? Everyone loves Jorge. We're giving this an S. It's massive. The body's massive. It's Jorge. All right, Infiltrator. Kind of generic. I don't know what else to say about that one. I would never be able to pick that out on a battlefield. It's not, like, it doesn't make me vomit, so I'm going to give it a D. Interceptor, weird. Meh. Again, I do like the paintball helmet style. Body armor with the pouches is kind of neat, I guess. I'm not going to give this terrible ranks. I'm going to give that a C. Intruder. Here we go. Here's our cat style helmet. Should I be turning up my brightness here? I realize the sun's going down behind me as I'm filming this. Here, let's crank it. Wham. Oh, there we go. Brightness up. Can't see the screen anymore. I'm indifferent about it personally. I don't love it. Obviously, the body. I'm indifferent about it. I'm indifferent. But I think it deserves a spot at the table. I'm gonna put it in A. Jumpmaster. Another Johnny Bravo helmet. Stop it. Speaking of evolutions, this is what happens. Like, this is a baby Fotis, right? This is when a baby Fotis, because of the spike. Jumpmaster, I'm putting you in probably an F. It's pretty ugly. Legionnaire. Yo, speaking of ugly armor. Oh, no. Oh, no. Kill me. Kill me. That's an F for me. Locust. I love Locust. I think Locust is super, super cool. It's has a skull shape to it, but it also has no visor, no cameras. How do you see? I don't know. Magic. That's dope. I'm actually, no lie. Here we go. You ready for this? Locust to me is S. I think Locust is that cool. I'm putting it in an S. Mako. Mako's an interesting one. Obviously, the one variation of Mako that has the cool shark teeth on it, like a shark, like a Mako shark, is cool. Otherwise, it's pretty ugly. It's a pretty ugly helmet. I can't dance around that. Mako, you get a D. Marauder, forgettable. Very forgettable helmet. I almost want to, I'm going to give this an F. I do not like it. Mark IV. Need I say more? That's an S. Mark V Alpha. Remember when we got Mark V Alpha? The outrage of how awful this helmet was. This isn't what we wanted. This is terrible. This is terrible. Mark V Alpha. I hate you. I can't. It's rough because it's, you know, it's like it's a Mark V version. You know, I think that's cool. The lore. Otherwise, no, I'm gonna. I almost want to put it in an F. I'm gonna give it a D just because. Who am I kidding? This thing's awful. Here, now we're talking. That's Mark V. Get that bad boy up there. Mark VI, hell yeah. Obviously, Mark VI scarred, if we're going to include that. You know, same, it's just a scarred version of that. Very, very cool. Maverick. This has got little funny ears on it. So, like, I'll give it... I guess I'll give it props for that. That bumps it up because that's fun. I know there's, like, furries out there who are like, best armor ever. I'm going to give this a C. It's not awful. It's kind of a cool shape to the visor. Military police. That's an S. I mean, back in Reach, remember in the Reach beta when the military police helmet was the most expensive helmet, and then Reach came out and it was like one of the easiest helmets to get, and I wanted to earn it and be proud of it, but I'm like, why would I wear this? It's the cheap helmet. Everyone knows I'm a cheap scrub. Great helmet. Great helmet. Nightfall. Nightfall's iffy. I find it pretty damn ugly, obviously compared to other ODST, all other ODST helmets. It's the ugliest ODST helmet, but the body that comes with Nightfall in Halo 5 has straps on it. There's only one other armor piece I can think of that has any kind of fabric. So for that reason, Nightfall gets an A. Not an S because the helmet upsets me. Noble, that's an A from me. You know what's up. Nomad. Here we go, another ugly, weird, kind of pointed this way one. Not good. I need to look up this one myself. It's very smooth body, which is, I guess, is fine. It's not the worst thing ever. I give that a D. A lot of armors, like, they really love this, like, head point thing going on. Olive. This is a fun helmet. I guess I don't even have Olive. I respect it for it being a fun helmet. But come on, this is an ugly helmet, guys. This is a pretty ugly helmet. I'm wrestling because I think it's fun to have helmets that are this fun in the repertoire. But that being said, if I put Defender in D, Olive's got to be in D. Operator. I like Operator. Operator's kind of cool looking. Again, another one seems grounded. It feels very like chemical warfare kind of, right? Something that you'd, like a hazmat suit. Didn't it used to be called that? Am I making that up? Wasn't there like a Hazop? I'm thinking of Hazop. Isn't it kind of like that? Anywho, I like it, actually. It's kind of cool. I'm just looking at what else I have in there. I'd put this in a B. Just compared to what else I have in my B row, it's a B for me. Orbital. What's going to happen when I get to max here? Well, is it a scroll bar? That's frightening. Orbital, kind of it's a pinched version of EVA, but I still like it. So I'm going to include it in A. Pathfinder. Pathfinder's kind of cool. Pathfinder's not bad. Let's take a look at Pathfinder. LMNOP. It's all right. It's okay. It's not bad. Let's put that at a C. Pilot. I love Pilot. I'm obviously another EVA alike, but if we're talking like Orbital versus Pilot, Pilot wins, of course. And then obviously back in Reach we had the Skull version of that, which was sick, which I never got. Pioneer. I do like the... No, this is ugly. This is ugly. That's getting a D. Raider. Raider's cool. Speaking of ear-like ones, remember you had to use, back in Halo 4, you had to use... Halo 4, right? Yeah, that like external... You use like the Waypoint app or something to that effect to like unlock it and stuff. I think it's okay. I think it's unique enough that it... I'm actually gonna give it a B. I think it's kind of cool. It's unique enough. Yeah, let's put it in there. Raijin. Raijin? Raijin. I like this helmet. I think this is very cool. Raijin. Am I saying that right? Body armor's super cool. Helmet, I think, is pretty damn neat. I'm bumping this up pretty high, actually. I'm gonna put this on a B. What happens? We're about to hit. How does I press that? Whoa! Oh, I guess it's probably gonna like stack, right? We'll find out. Ranger. Rangers, it has a lot of history. Ranger has a ton of history. But it is pretty ugly. That's a D from me. There we go. Yeah, look at that. It extends. That's fun. Reaper. Another ugly one. That's also a D. Recluse. Oh, well, speaking of ugly ones, this one's pretty bad. This one is Oh, I just realized, is this supposed to mimic... It looks a lot like the Flood infection forms in Halo 5. Like when you're playing... Not infection forms, the Flood guys. Then when you play, infection, it can't, because they have like things come out of their eyes. It kind of looks like that, honestly. It looks a lot like that. I wonder if that was the idea. Not about it, though. OG Recon. Uh-huh. The best Recon. New Recon. New Recon's bad. It's got, this is too much. I don't know. I never, I'm not a big fan of this. I don't know why all these armors got to have this going on. Like, hello. Not for me. I'm going to put that, we're going pretty low. We're going to C for that. Recruit. I like Recruit a lot. Obviously, it's your basic one. I like its simplicity. I'm a big fan of the Recruit simplicity. I think it's cool. I think it's going to be an A for me. Rogue. Rogue is forgettable. I don't even remember this one. Let's look at Rogue. Oh, yes, I do. Wasn't this like a Halo 4 specialization? Meh. Don't hate it. Don't love it. That's a C. Scanner. I do like this thing. Shout out to Pixel Flare for that cool animation I saw on Twitter where it flips it down and like attaches. I think that's pretty cool. I mean, if we're gonna, it reminds me of I'm trying to find the one I'm thinking of, the full box face one that I was just talking about. Gungnir. Someone please help me on that one. I should have looked this up. I'm gonna look it up right now. I didn't want to learn it. I just wanted to just say it again. Just say it again. In Norse mythology, Gungnir is the spirit. Gungnir? All right. Scanner's kind of cool. I'm gonna put Scanner at a B. Scout. So Scout in Halo 3 was probably my favorite armor set, tied with Recon. I loved Halo 3 Scout. After they made it the way it was in Halo 4, I didn't love it as much, but I do think it stands out. It's kind of cool. Palmer. I'm actually gonna give it an A. Security Gen 1. Haters gonna hate. I loved security in Halo 3. I loved the huge visor. I don't like what they did to it in this game. I love the new security. I don't... Why is my camera blinking at me? You better not be filling up, card. I don't want to redo this. New security I actually think is super cool. I like the one that has green stuff on it. I think that's wicked. That gets an A from me. The new old security, I don't know what went wrong there. Do not like. Gets a D. Seeker. Shinobi. Shinobi is dope. The armor's cool. Guys, if you ever try Shinobi body armor, if you have it, you see like the arm is awesome on it. I love Shinobi. I really like Shinobi. Shinobi's getting S? Yeah. Yeah, I think Shinobi's S tier for me, honestly. I think Shinobi's that cool. I think the whole outfit, the body's cool, the head's cool. I'm about it. Let's do it. I'm throwing it in there. Soldier, another pretty iconic look. Soldier's getting an A from me. Stalker. Stalker, while I've like never used it or thought much about it, it resembles a brute. If that wasn't obvious to you, it's supposed to look like a brute, which I think is kind of cool in itself. I like that you can use, you can use Helios Skrill to look like an elite kind of. You can use Stalker to look like a brute. I like it for that. I'm looking at what I got here. That's a B. Stinger. Stinger's kind of ugly. Big, beefy shoulders. Weird. What's going on here? That's a D. Strider, to me, another forgettable EVA alike, like huge, that's a D. Boring. Technician, I think Technician is very cool. Technician, again, lore reasons, that excites me, that titillates me. I like the little wiring on it. I like the body for it. Technicians gets an A. Taishin. Taishin? Damn it. Why do I... What's all this stuff that, like, I cannot say? Taishin. All right, good enough for me. This is pretty funky looking. I think that's the point. Don't hate it. Don't love it. That's a C. Timmy the whale. What a beautiful, beautiful helmet. I gotta put this on the same tier that I put Olive. I'm sorry. It's supposed to be ugly. So I guess there's that. Tracer. Oh no. It's got cameras all over it. You're like a walking, one of those balls you throw in the air and they capture all your surroundings kind of thing. You know what I'm talking about? It looks like that, but on your head. That's an F for me. Tracker. Tracker's kind of neat. It's like a condensed version of CIO. Where did I put CIO? I feel like it almost needs to be on C. It's going to be C. Valkyrie. I like Valkyrie. Like, this should have been called Faux Hammer. Valkyrie looks like a pilot helmet. I love that style. I'm going to give it a B. Vector. Don't even remember this one, but your whole head is a bubble, and that's awful. That's either a D or an F. That's an F. I'm putting that. That's bad. Do not like. Do I? I can't decide. It's got a whole bubble going. I'll give it D. Venator. I love Venator. I think Venator is so freaking cool. The body's also, it's the spikiest armor in the game. It looks great with so many different helmets on that body. I think Venator, I want back always. Venator to me is an S. Venture. Yikes. Venture looks like a balding dude, but not a suave one. He's like an old guy, but like a not cool old guy. Venture, you're getting an F from me. Vigilant. One of the two, I guess, armor sets that has fabric on it. We love June. We love Reach. I got that cool thing going on here, the shawl, whatever you want to call that. Vigilant, baby, you are an S. Viper. Viper's super cool. I like Viper. I don't S like Viper. I like that it's got a little antenna back here. I think that's awesome. I want to give Viper... I don't know. I really need bigger assets here. I don't think it deserves an A. I'll give it a B. Void Dancer's neat. Void Dancer it has like weird, very weird angles on it, very weird sticky-outy parts that I don't really understand. But I do think it's kind of cool. I've seen worse armors out there. I'm gonna give it a C. War Master, obviously, my heart and soul. War Master is my one true love. I love this skull on it. I think it looks cool. Makes me think of the Halo 4 Championship logo with that skull. Like, it's my armor, man. How could I not put this in S? Represent! Warrior, another very iconic armor, especially from Halo 4. I think it deserves to stick around just because of the impact it's made. And because of that, it deserves an A. Wetwork. I'm curious your guys' thoughts on Wetwork, because I think Wetwork is actually awesome. I love the fact that the visor's like this. Like, that's wicked to me. I think it's a very cool armor set. It's very unique. It stands out. It's not hideous. Some may disagree with me. Again, let me know in the comments. I think Wetwork deserves an A. I want to see Wetwork again. I think it deserves a place. And here's another version of, this is obviously an alternate EVA, but come on. How could you not have that in S tier? Come on, Emil, like the scratched in, oh, it's super cool. So here you go. This is my, oh yeah, what did I say I was gonna reanalyze here? Centurion, you know what, Centurion, now that I look at what we have built here, Centurion gets an S. Yeah, I have way too many S's here. I'm okay with it. Yeah. No, I think everything else I'm happy with, but I almost want to... I don't think Centurion deserves S. I take it back. Nor do I think Venator or Shinobi deserve an S. I take those back. I think They're really, really, really cool. I love the Venator body armor is one of my favorites. I love Shinobi's overall look. Those armors are not in par with CQB, with Helljumper, with Mark V. They do not hold a candle to the wonders up here. And I think with that one adjustment, I am very happy with what we've got here. I think this is my list. It's relatively well balanced, I think. I'm happy. So there you go, guys. I have included the link to this in my description below. You can do it yourself. I encourage you to send me your tweets of your list. I'm Greenskull on Twitter, Greenskull on everything, on Instagram, etc. But even better, make a video. This video, my runtime right now, just for reference, I don't know what it's going to edit down to, but I'm just about to hit 50 minutes. It took way longer than I expected. It's going to take longer to edit, but it's worth it because I think this is really cool. I'd love to see videos. If you're a big Halo content creator, you want to be a Halo content creator, it'd be really fun to watch your process as well and then rip on my choices. It'd be super fun. So thank you guys so much for watching. Big shout outs again to Halopedia and Xander for helping make these assets possible. Tiermaker for being just an awesome site to do this. I'm happy with what I got here. Really appreciate you. If you want to see more of my content, obviously subscribe, hit the like button, all the usual YouTube stuff, and hit the bell. That stupid bell that YouTube wants you to hit. You're not even going to see my videos otherwise. I've learned this. It's a thing. Super psyched to see your tier list, obviously, as well. Even the easy way. Comment below if there's anything you think I'm way off on. If I have something in F that you're like, Cyclops is the best helmet ever made. Seeker, praise be. It's hard to say that. That felt real wrong to say. I'm gonna die. Catch you guys later.